I have here the installation of a new ABS Reluctor ring to go onto the drive axle of my 2004 ZT260. The drive shafts have been obviously removed, cleaned up, and new rings have been ordered and received, and we're about to install the second one. I've already done the first one to see how that went, and now I'm working on number 2. I always like to do the first one without recording in case it messes up, but here we go. So on these slotted style rings, I was told by the company that I bought them from, you don't heat them. Do not heat this style that has the slots in it, as the metal will expand but won't likely shrink back to the correct size. So anyway, I'm certainly glad I found that out, otherwise I would have torched these and they would have been damaged beyond repair. So now we're just going to work it onto the CV joint. It takes a little bit of practice. What I like to do, it's pretty good robust metal, but I'm going to use a block of wood just to protect the edge of the ring. And it's going to take a bit of finessing. It's definitely a tight fit, so I want to get it as square as I can to at least get it started. Maybe I should have recorded the first one because it went a lot smoother than this one so far. Let's just rotate it a bit. It shouldn't make any difference, but it can't hurt. The trick is to keep the CV joint from slipping. Not really sure if we're making any headway, but we'll keep working at it. Nope, apparently not. Let's reposition this. Should be going on. What I'm going to do is just rotate this. not want to go on. And then of course you get wood chips caught. This one's being a little bit troublesome. And then there goes a piece of wood. Might be making some progress. Let's see what I can salvage from this. If anything. I don't know why that one's being so difficult. A piece of wood is about to give up here. Maybe there's too much. When in doubt, cover a bigger piece of wood. Get it squared. There she goes. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, now we just gotta go around the edge as evenly as possible. But we're definitely on the CV joint, so the top is out of alignment. Working our way around. Keep that CV joint moving. Okay, and there is a little ridge that the ring rests against, but we've got about another 5 millimeters to go. CV joint, which is what I want to do right now. Okay, so that's, you can see there, you can just see the ridge. I'll get rid of the wood chips. Okay, so looks pretty even. So what I want to do now, before I get to the end, is at reluctorrings.com. Gavin at reluctorrings.com has been my contact. He's, and it's in their instructions, he recommends a little bit of Loctite just to help hold the ring in place. Just gotta move my cloth. Get this square. Let's get you nice and tight. The drive shaft will sit on the workbench. And I just put a clamp to keep the end from coming off. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is get rid of that wood chip. And I just thought of it, but I'm going to just make sure. Okay. So I've got Loctite 272, and I'm just going to put a little bead all the way around, right along the little step. Sorry, this is a bit awkward with a heavy drive shaft or drive axle. Just a thin little bead. So when the ring is seated, it will bond. Based on how tight it's going on, I don't think this ring is ever going to move, but always do what's recommended. And we're just about there. Okay, so that's it for the Loctite. Seal that up, put this back in the vise. Make sure we've given us room to move the ring down. There we go. Get it nice and tight, and secure. And just keep this end on the bench. All right. Now we go back to hammering. I do have a metal punch here, which is still here. But I will use that at the end. I'll use the piece of wood as long as I can. So we'll just continue to tap it on. Nice and tight. I'm being overly cautious with how hard I'm hitting it. Certainly seems to take more effort than you think to get the ring to slide on. A few good hits. How are we doing here? Block of wood is holding, and we're almost at the end. Okay, I'm going to try using the metal drift or punch. Sorry, my arm gets in the way of the camera, but just gradually work our way through.